there's always been, well, I shouldn't say always, that's an extreme statement. I'm not an extremist. There has been for a long time a fundamental core of immovable right-wing sentiment in this country, which probably accounts for 25 or 30% of the population. And there's probably little you can do to move them. The problem is to move everybody else. And when you move enough other people who are not transfixed by this pseudo-religious idea, you know, that God is on the side of imperial power, you see, then, you know, it's possible for religion to play a positive role.
I have one comment and one question. I'm a combat veteran who was abused by his own people while serving in the military, and a lot of us who face similar things tried to go to our congressmen and senators, and they've refused to meet with us. We've also gone to the press, and they refuse to air what we have to say, which brings me to the question, do you have any advice on other ways to get things public? We've tried rallies, and that so far hasn't worked a lot either.
To get things published?
Public, meaning news,
publicized.
and make the congressmen meet with the veterans who've been abused.
Yeah, you know what happened during the Vietnam War, when congressmen refused to meet with people, the people who tried to meet with these congressmen sat in their offices. They went to see them and they wouldn't leave. I mean, that's an act of civil disobedience. And that brought attention. And that sometimes embarrassed the congressman into finally meeting with them. But you know, when the orthodox channels don't respond, then you have to go outside the orthodox channels. But the orthodox channels do not fulfill the requirements of democracy. So, yeah, there are things that can be done. They're hard. They take risks. You know, you may be very well, may be arrested and so on. But in times of crisis, that's what people do. People did that in the South during the movement there. People did that during the Vietnam War. During the 80s, when Reagan was carrying on covert warfare in Nicaragua and Honduras and El Salvador, people committed civil disobedience. At one point, 500 of us sat in the JFK building here in Boston and wouldn't move when the building closed down. They arrested 500 of us. The charge was based on an old statute, you know, and it was abbreviated as, the old statute was like failure to quit the premises, you see, and it was abbreviated as failure to quit. And that's what we have to do. We have to fail to quit. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
A quick question and then a longer question or two. This is driving me nuts. I've been an admirer of you for over 30 years.
So you want to drive me nuts?
I'll try.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm older than many of the people here. 30 years ago when I was in school, we read a book by you. I can't remember the name of it, about Vietnam, and I don't believe it's Vietnam Logic. It's another book. It had like a red, it was a paperback, it had red in it. And I was trying to look for it today. It's driving me nuts that I can't remember the name of it, because I hope I can find it.
Neither can I.
I know it was written by you, though.
You sure?
My second question is, if I understood you correctly, you were mentioning that government is sort of for the wealthy and the upper. On the other hand, I've heard, not that I'm disputing you, people like Ted Kennedy and maybe Michael Dukakis and others being ones that have been sort of there to help the underdog, the immigrant, somebody that don't have money, giving out free, free food stamps or free way to those people. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Agree with?
The fact that Kennedy and some of those other people are sort of on the other end of what you were saying, where the government serves the rich rather than
I see.
And thirdly, who do you see as a good president for the next?
Thirdly, I only heard one. You're skipping one. Okay.
The book was the other one.
Oh, the book. Oh, I see. Okay.
Who do you would like to see be our next president?
Who would I like to see our next
No,
president?
and the comment
Well,
about the Kennedy.
I'd just soon have a lottery and choose somebody from this audience. And I would gamble that anybody in this audience would probably do a better job than whoever is going to be selected by the Democratic Party. So I'm half serious. But to your question about, what about Kennedy and Dukakis and so on doing good things for the poor? Well, yeah, there are congressmen who are better than other congressmen. There are congressmen who are more liberal, and there are congressmen who have a better idea of what our tax structure should be and so on. And it's nice to have those congressmen. We should encourage them and support them. But they always need to be encouraged, they always need to be pushed, and they are a distinct minority in our system of representation. So as for who I would like to see president, unfortunately, it's very hard to find somebody who in the high reaches of the Democratic Party. When I look at the possible candidates, well, process of elimination, right? Hillary Clinton? No. No. Biden? No. Obama? Possibly. John Edwards? Possibly. But you're putting me in that position, you see, the position that we're always in at election time, where we don't find anybody who really represents our views. We try to find somebody who a little bit represents our views. You see, Ralph Nader would represent my views. And Ralph Nader, you see, but the political system won't give him a chance. You know, it's a sad thing. We talk about bringing democracy to other countries, say, oh, they're having an election. This means democracy. You see, we have elections all the time. Doesn't mean democracy. No. You have two parties and you choose, you know, A or A prime, you say. And that's it. Yes.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
Hi.
What do you think about government and mental health?
What do I think about government and mental health?
Yes.
Ooh. I don't know. I mean, what can I say? Do I think the government should do more in the area of mental health? Yes. I mean, you know, I think the government should do much more in the way of health. Leaving health and leaving mental health to private enterprise is not conducive to giving people the best medical care, whether it's in physical health or in mental health.